Hello, person who's thinking about moving to I'm here to tell you why you should not. Back in 2024, this apartment complex was taken over by a new company. Used to, this apartment complex was great. My rent was $675 a month. Water, free. Didn't have to pay for water. But soon after, this apartment complex was sold to a much larger company that doesn't give a shit about you. Once the new people took over, my rent increased from $675 to $900 in 1 month. You might be thinking to yourself, hey, that's illegal. Well, technically they did it in a legal way. God, there's so much garbage down there. Anyway, the way they did it was my lease was over and it was time for it to be renewed. And they decided to put the lease agreement in my door the day before it was due. So, of course, I wasn't home the next day. And when I got back the day after that, I brought in my lease agreement and said, hey, here's my new lease agreement. I see it's going up to $700, no big deal. I understand. I'm here to sign it. And what they said was, oh, actually, you've had this lease agreement for 30 days. You were required to bring it to us within those 30 days, but you didn't. So technically, you don't have a lease agreement right now. So we're allowed to set your new lease agreement to whatever we want it to be. And I said, actually, I have a Ring camera. I saw you guys put the paper in my door yesterday. So you're lying, saying that I've had the past 30 days to bring you my agreement. And she said, well, that doesn't matter. You're not under an agreement anymore, so we can make it whatever we want to be. So if you want to stay, your new rent will be $900 a month. And I said, oh, well, I guess you're just gonna f me over, so I guess there's nothing I can do about it. I can't move on this short a notice. I'll take the $900. They said, oh, but don't worry about it. This increase on your monthly rent is gonna bring new improvements to the entire complex, like washers and dryers in every single apartment. Well, guess what? It's been a year, and I've gotten neither a washer nor a dryer. I actually went and bought my own. So yeah, I spent $700 on a dryer and washer. And you might be asking yourself, well, what about the improvements? What all do they do here? Well, there's cockroaches everywhere. They come in from outside all over the entire complex. Oh, but you know what they did do? They painted my door. Look at this fantastic paint job that they did. Did they open the door and finish the paint job? That doesn't matter. That's where my extra $300 a month is going to. But hey, enough bad things about this apartment complex. Let me tell you one of the great things. Are your feet dry way too much? Well, good news for you. Anytime it rains here at the apartment complex, this entire back street floods all the way up to your ankles or higher. And yes, it's a problem that could be easily fixed because there's a ditch right next to the road, but they just haven't fixed it. Well, what other improvements did they even do? What have they done to increase the value of this place since they started charging everyone $900 to $1,030 a month? They planted these trees right here. The trees weren't here before, now they are. That's literally all that's changed here. They also added a new monthly water fee, which is $70 for 2 people each month to live in one apartment. Did you know the average household of 2 people uses anywhere between $15 to $40 in water per month? Well, this apartment thinks otherwise. So if you're gonna live here, you gotta pay $70 flat rate per month for water.
Okay, so can we stop telling people that they're living above their means when they start complaining about the cost of things? Because when I got this apartment right here, clearly you can see it's a starter apartment. It's not anything luxury. Clearly not anything luxury. Not luxury at all. Look at the blinds. It's not luxury. Look at the closet. It's not luxury. You know what I paid? What does that say? Oh, $945 a month for a 1-bedroom. Y'all can see 2019. Lease was ending in 2020. 2020. You want to know what that apartment goes for now? I don't know what it goes for now. Oh, almost $2,000. Oh, why don't we just follow the advice of a boomer? Why don't we just purchase a home? Even the small rinky-dink homes like this are going for $323,000. The gag is, as early as 2014, this home sold for $48,000. $48,000. And if you look in 2012, it sold for $39,000. They have the audacity to be charging $323,000. I'm not even going to talk about gas prices. I'm not even going to talk about gas prices. I didn't even talk about groceries. These are literally the essentials. Just living. The living expenses are astronomical. But for some reason, y'all keep telling people that they're just living above their means. That reminds you, this apartment is almost $2,000 and it's not a luxury apartment. Y'all want to hop into the comment section talking about, oh, well, I found an apartment that was $700 a month. Yeah, and as soon as you click on the reviews, you see roach infestation, rodent infestation, guns, shooting, weed, all of these things. People should not be subjected to that if they don't want to be subjected to that. If having a safe and clean place is living above your means, then hell yeah, I'm going to live above my means.
This is a terrible situation for America. America is continuing to collapse. And as you see, which I am seeing, this is really unbelievable. This is happening everywhere across America. A lot of people aren't aware about it. But after watching this video, you're more aware than ever. I'm more aware. And this is so terrifying to the point that that's why a lot of people really don't want to rent. Even though you have to deal with the headaches when you own a house, from property taxes, keeping up with the maintenance, and things like that. When you have to pay rent, you're supposed to have a landlord that's supposed to take care of that. And then half of the time, things are not getting taken care of. As you can see in the video, it's been a whole year. They've been telling him broken promises, false dreams about him having a washer and a dryer because they continue to take the price up on his rent. And then they try to do it in a slick way, tell him that he had 30 days to dispute the lease, which they didn't really give him 30 days. They dropped it off a day before it was due. And then tried to get down on him and tell him that, nah, you was just too late. But at first, once they raised the price on the rent, he was going to agree with it. But then things took a turn. They slowly went up to gradually within 1 month. And that's the crazy thing. It's like you never know what's about to happen. And that's just crazy how companies and situations just get down on you. You paying your rent every month like a good customer, do the right thing, and it's always somebody trying to do you wrong in the end. And that's crazy. And like how he was saying, a new company took over the building. And once the new company took over, the only thing that was on their mind was greed. And that's just sad. And that's why a lot of people, I'm telling y'all, they rather live in a home and deal with the property taxes and the maintenance, cutting the grass and things like that. Because if you was to be living in these situations like this, as you can see, it gets flooded in those areas. And then you have nerves to go up on the rent. You're supposed to be going down on the rent. If you got to deal with all this, floods and situations like that, and you're not really changing nothing, but you going up on the rent, and you know what they're going to say. It's inflation. Don't nobody want to hear no more inflation excuses. He ain't getting what he paying for. It's not worth it. So I think he should just move to another apartment, in my opinion. Because if you do something like this, what else you'll do? And it's just crazy how the world works now. It's like you can't get ahead for nothing. But I wouldn't trust it. I wouldn't trust nothing this company is doing. If they'll do something like that, what else they'll lie about? He had this situation on camera. And they blatantly lied like that? He had the date and everything on camera. So that's just crazy. And you see, don't nobody got no accountability. And it's just a sad situation all in general. So let me know how y'all feel about this topic. Leave it in the comments. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Because the cost of living is just getting out of hand everywhere. Peace.